The roar of engines, the stillness of the runway, the anticipation of departure. Spain has long seen its royal family bound to palaces, traditions, and ceremonies. But no one expected what came next. A future queen, not in a carriage, not in the halls of a palace, but in the cockpit of a plane. Princess Leonor's very first flight has left an entire nation speechless. Not because it was expected, but because it redefined what it means to be royal in the modern age. And what if I told you, this flight was more than a test of skill, it was a symbol of courage, independence, and a destiny rewritten. The image of Princess Leonor stepping into the aircraft, dressed in her military uniform, captured something profound. It was not just about aviation. It was about a young woman who has carried the weight of expectation since childhood, proving, with every determined step, that she is ready to lead, not from behind a throne, but from the front lines of responsibility. This was her first flight, but for Spain, it felt like the beginning of a new era. From her earliest years, Leonor has been shaped by tradition, but also by change. Her father, King Felipe, once flew as part of his own military training. Her grandfather, King Juan Carlos, grew up in exile, far removed from such opportunities. For Leonor, to take to the skies is more than just following in her father's footsteps, it is surpassing the limits of expectation. And as she placed her hands on the controls for the very first time, the weight of centuries of monarchy seemed to lift into the air with her. But what does it mean for Spain? That's the question echoing across the country. For some, it is a reminder that Leonor is no ordinary princess, she is a woman of discipline, of courage, of determination. For others, it raises questions about the balance of duty and danger. Should the future queen take risks that others might avoid? Or is her courage precisely what sets her apart? The answer may lie in the reaction of those who witnessed it. Military commanders, seasoned pilots, and even the instructors guiding her flight were stunned by her composure. Reports suggest that Leonor handled the craft with focus and calm far beyond her years. In that cockpit, she was not a princess. She was a pilot in training, equal to those around her. And yet, the symbolism could not be ignored. Spain's heir to the throne, high above the ground, navigating the skies, was it a metaphor for the monarchy itself, searching for its future path? The first flight was short, but its impact was immeasurable. As the plane touched down, applause broke out. Not the applause of formality, but the genuine admiration of men and women who had seen history made before their eyes. For Leonor, the smile that broke across her face revealed something more than relief. It was pride. A quiet acknowledgement that she had crossed a threshold that few heirs to any throne have ever dared. And yet, the curiosity only grows deeper. Was this flight simply the beginning? Will Leonor continue her training to master the skies, or was this symbolic, a single act to inspire her nation? Some sources whisper that she intends to continue, to push herself further, perhaps even to earn her license. If true, Spain would not just have a queen who rules, it would have a queen who flies. This moment also opens another question: how does this shape her bond with other royals across Europe? In Denmark, Prince Christian, her rumored partner, has been praised for his charm and diplomacy. But Leonor has now displayed something different: skill, discipline, and daring. Could this contrast set the tone for their shared future? Will she be the bold pilot while he remains the steady diplomat? Or does this flight symbolize a partnership in which both will rise above expectation? For her family, too, the moment was emotional. Queen Letizia, ever protective, was said to be nervous yet deeply proud. King Felipe, watching his daughter follow a path he once knew, reportedly saw it as a powerful symbol of continuity. And her younger sister Sofia, often in the background, saw in Leonor's flight not only history, but inspiration. Because when a sister soars, the family rises with her. But perhaps the most moving reaction came not from officials or family, but from the Spanish people themselves. Across the nation, from Madrid to the smallest villages, citizens watched in awe. For many, it was the first time they saw their future queen not in jewels or gowns, but in a pilot's headset, hands steady on the controls. It made her human. It made her relatable. And in that relatability lies the power of modern monarchy. The question that lingers is this: will history remember this flight as a single dazzling moment, or as the beginning of a new chapter? In the centuries-old story of Spain's monarchy, there have been wars, exiles, scandals, and triumphs. But never before has there been a queen who took to the skies before taking her throne. This alone secures Leonor a place in history. So as we reflect, let us see this not just as a flight. It was a declaration. A message that Leonor is not waiting for destiny to find her, she is taking control of it, steering it, lifting it into the air with courage and grace. Spain may have been left speechless, but the world is watching with wonder. Because in that cockpit, on that day, a princess did not just fly. She proved that the sky itself may not be the limit for Spain's future queen.